Against every expectation, I think, the tide has finally turned. I don't know for how long it will remain so, but the unstoppable force appears to have at last met the immovable object, even as the temperature reaches an abominable minus 42 degrees centigrade. The German advance has halted in entirety from Tula in the south to Kalinin in the north, and aerial reconnaissance has suggested that they are even making preparations for a withdrawal. I don't know quite from where the Red Army seems to have produced fresh reinforcements, but they are here, and a counterattack has begun in earnest. The Luftwaffe is almost completely gone from the skies. The Italians, who have been giving us some trouble of late, are gone too. The only aircraft Fritz has been able to muster are small gaggles of twin-engined heavies and the occasional lone 109 on the prowl. For the moment, we control the skies and are taking the opportunity to mount as many raids as possible before the thaw comes. Part of me is stunned that the Luftwaffe appears to have come to darkest Russia so woefully unprepared for the conditions here, but then it's not the first time Herr Goering's reach has exceeded his grasp. For now, the tanks roll onwards, our bombs keep falling, the flak spits up at us like spiteful yellow darts, and not for the first time in my life I feel I am witnessing history itself in the making. We must not get complacent, however. I remind myself of that daily, and I repeat it to the squadron at every briefing. We want no slip-ups and no recklessness. Berlin, after all, is a very long way away. Our playground, so to speak, remains the corridor of roads and rivers to the southwest of the Volga reservoir, where the squadron is now mustering sorties all day long to bomb anything that moves and strafe anything that doesn't, just for good measure. The Sturmoviks and Peshkas seem to have been assigned the more glamorous work of direct battlefield support, dealing with German panzers and the like, which leaves us harassing convoys of trucks in the flak-infested wilderness. I don't mind. It mostly means the squadron has been afforded some time to get more flight hours in, relatively unmolested by the enemy, of course. It might mean they live a little longer whenever Fritz figures out how to make his machines run in the cold. Might. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to IL-2 Sturmovik Battle of Moscow, where today, more bombs! More bombs on more trucks, yes. Our objective today is to go and fly west again towards that sort of river delta area we've been operating in and around for a while now. And we're going to fly to a very specific village on the map, I think, where we're expecting to find a convoy or two of German trucks, obviously transporting personnel and munitions to the front lines, one assumes, and we need to blow them up and get rid of them, apparently. High Command has decided that our squadron is particularly talented at this whole ground attack malarkey, so they've sent us on yet another one of these missions. With us today we have Gleb, Philip, Vladimir, Natasha, and Eldar at the back. And yeah, I thought 6 of us, just pounding the absolute snot out of some ground units. Could be interesting, could be fun. Depends how many flak guns the Germans have absolutely infested the countryside with, really, doesn't it, I suppose? And whether or not there's going to be any enemy fighters. We do have an escort today, some I-16 Ishaks from the 34th Fighter Air Regiment will be joining us today as our top cover. And yeah, I think that's all there is to say. Here's a quick glance at the map, if you're curious. Here we are still at... good question. What's the name of this place again? Rogachevo. Oh yes, how could I forget? Here we are again at Rogachevo. Take off. Head down this way. Begin our hunt for ground assets. My cat is joining us today. He's on the desk next to me at the moment, so if you hear any funny voices? No. Well, maybe if he decides to start meowing, but if you hear any funny noises like the jingling of his little bell or him pushing things around on my desk so he can get more comfortable, you will know what those weird noises in the background are. Hopefully he doesn't prove too much of a distraction, honestly. Anyway, let's hit the road, everybody. Hit the road, Jack. Don't be coming back no more, no more, no more, no more. Etc., etc. But I would like to come back. That'd be nice. Oh goody. Speaking of distractions, I think my cat just farted halfway through takeoff. Cheers, bud. Much appreciated, mate. I say the fumes in the cockpit smell rather funny today. A little on the fruity side. Okay, close up the canopy. Dial back the boost, let everybody catch up. Bit of nose up trim, you need it when you're carrying bombs. Make sure we hit all the waypoints, because we need to in order to get our fighter escort to actually escort us. And for our own comrades to actually do some ground attacking. You know how it is. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall leave you for now. Unless we're about to get ambushed by Italians again. I don't expect to see anything interesting for a little while yet, so... See you in a bit. Okay, folks. Well, we're about halfway there, and things are starting to look interesting. We've got contacts out in front of us that, according to radar, are not terribly friendly. And also contacts off to the right somewhere, and I think our Ishak friends are, unfortunately, moving away to engage them. I don't actually see you guys right now, but according to this, they've diverted to go and attack whatever that is. Which is not great. Which leaves us alone to defend, well, to sort of deal with whatever this is in front of us. I really can't say whatever this is in front of us. Actually, to be honest with you. They look kind of big to be enemy fighters, but I suppose it could be 110s maybe or something. Some very low flying Stukas. But I don't know. I feel like they're moving a bit fast for Stukas if you ask me. I'm gonna come off our course a little bit, deviate slightly to the right. Kind of hope everybody follows me. Orders, follow me. Don't engage whatever those are. We'll keep heading towards the target. Oh, so what's off to our right? Because it seems to be headed towards us. Oh, hello. Okay, whatever those are, they look big. They look like bombers. I'd say maybe Ju-88s. In which case, probably don't want to worry about them. And the Ishaks really ought not to be worrying about them. That's not their job. They shouldn't be chasing bombers. Look, they're trying to. And the thing is, they're in Ishaks as well. And the Ju-88 is a relatively fast bomber, so it's going to take them a while to catch up to him. Not to mention they have to climb up there. Whatever, we don't need to worry about them. It's those guys over there we ought to worry about. And whatever they are, they definitely look twin-engined. Could be 110s. Have we encountered many 110s in this campaign? I don't feel like we have. Hell, for that matter, it's been quite a while since we last saw some 109s, actually. Ooh. Did I just see something zoom past, or was that some dirt on my monitor? I think it might have just been dirt on my monitor, if I'm honest. Whatever those are, I think they're getting closer, you know. Oh, fiddlesticks, this is really quite annoying. We're reasonably close to the target, too. Shame we can't just tell half the squadron to break off and go deal with it while the other half of us proceeds to the target. It's not going to go down like that, is it, though? They're in the sun. I don't know, are they coming towards us or aren't they? It's sort of weird. They're not on an intercept course, that much I'll say. It looks like either they're going to ignore us or they're trying to slot in behind us. Whoever they are. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm getting a bit of lag at the moment. My frame rate's not looking quite so good. Whole bunch of planes have spawned in. That's probably why. There's a bit, ugh. Not used to my performance being this icky. It's probably because I've got, like, a flight of 6 guys to begin with as well, isn't it? Actually, speaking of which... Are you guys keeping up? Yeah, just about. Although, yeah, no, there is the correct number there. Looks like the enemies are passing by to our 6 o'clock. So I guess we don't have to worry about them for now. Yeah, there they are back there. Okay, well, I'm going to continue to the target. I'll let you guys know if anything changes, obviously. Well, folks, we're almost at the target. Oop, and we're already getting flak shooting at us. Good stuff. There's a weave a little bit, shall we? Still getting some slowdown, I'm afraid. I think the campaign generator has put a mission together for us, which has a slightly preposterous number of twin-engined heavy aircraft. And those planes really tank the performance because the game has to sort of simulate the pilots and all of the crew as well. And it just nails the CPU. So that's why we're getting a bit of slowdown at the moment, I'm afraid. Hopefully some of them get shot down or despawn, honestly. But there's the target. The village seems to be in flames at the moment. I can see a bridge and I can already see a cluster of something. Looks like a bunch of vehicles just hanging out at the edge of the bridge there. Well, I think I'll tell the squadron to get stuck in. Patrol for ground enemies. I'm gonna go full throttle. I see... yeah, a bunch of trucks and stuff. Looks like everybody's diverting off. Well, I'll see if I can dive bomb this group of trucks. Ooh, hello. Drop both bombs on these, I suppose. Here we go. Do we get any luck? Ooh! Bang on the money! Apparently. That was quite a fireball, that, wasn't it? My god. Oh, looks like someone else dropped something. Or it was a secondary explosion, I'm not sure. Whoa, yeah, okay. That was an effective couple of bombs. Alright then. Engaging AAA to the southwest. Oh boy. Are you though? You all just seem to be circling. I'm sure I flew over the ingress point. If I definitely dropped both my bombs. I haven't actually. I've still got one of them attached. It's annoying sometimes. You spam the B key to drop bombs and it actually doesn't drop them all. Alright, well I might as well drop the other one of these few remaining trucks that aren't actually in flames. I mean, they all look pretty wrecked to me, but hey. There goes the other one. Oh, you can see the flames from the fires glinting off the canopy. That's amazing. Boosh. Yeah, well, they're totaled. Thoroughly totaled. Now I'm in the smoke. Alright. Suppose we better head off home? We could divert a little bit and chase those twin-engine heavies we saw from earlier, I suppose. Everybody, come with me. If they drop their bombs at all, have they... Yeah, look, there's some Peshkas. It's all of the... They have dropped their bombs, apparently. Fair enough. It's all of the all of the twin-engine heavies today, apparently. Peshkas, Ju-88s, everything. Alright folks, well, I'm going to head in this direction. I'll slow down a bit so that the others can catch up with me, hopefully. And, yeah, I'll rejoin you if something happens. We might end up just going back and landing, honestly, I don't know. Either way, see you in a bit. Alright folks, decided to go on a bit of a patrol. We're actually headed northwards at the moment, and I've found a single contact in that direction that apparently is enemy according to radar. So he's a bit higher than us though, and he's all by himself. Don't really know what to expect, to tell you the truth. We're sort of giving chase at the moment, although I don't feel like I'm making much progress catching him up. Still getting a bit of slowdown at the moment. It's not quite as bad as it was, I don't think, but yeah. Oh hello, I think the bugger's coming towards us now. Hold the phone. Play orders. Engage the air target. Oh, hello. I think it might be a 109. Where's it gone? Did he go high or low? Is that him down there? Kind of looks like it. He's got that sort of wing dihedral that makes him very much not look like a hurricane. Man, he's extending away like a champ though. He's playing exactly like a 109 should, really. Well, now he's turning back towards us, which is probably not a great idea. If I were him, I'd just keep going. Climb up and away, reset, do another attack from altitude, but he's just turning back in towards us still. Should be careful. Put the boost on. Got some hits. More hits. Got him leaking fuel, I think. More hits. On fire. Well, he wasn't quite as smart as I thought he was, unfortunately. I thought about for a minute there deciding to just, you know, let our guys handle him rather than take the kill for myself, but I don't know, man. You can't leave a 109 just flying around like that. It's too dangerous. You never know when they're going to pull their nose up and just snipe someone from 500 meters away. Where is everybody now, anyway? I hear the droning of Merlin engines. Oh, there you are. Hello, everybody. Come on, let's head home. Anything else to see out here? See and do? Doesn't look like it, does it? Radar's lost any other contacts that are out here. Looks like that guy was it. Lone 109 on a lone wolf hunt, I guess. Got a bit too cocky, a bit too big for his boots, and yeah, now he's dead. I think that might be only my second 109 kill of the entire campaign, you know. I've damaged a fair few, but very few have I actually outright clobbered like that. And I think both of them were ones that I set on fire. Seems to be the only way to really guarantee a kill on them with these crappy machine guns of ours. But hey. Alright, well, ladies and gents, seems to me that the party is over. Not that it was much of a party to begin with. We bombed some trucks, They made quite a spectacular explosion, and we made a 109 burst into flames. Really, it was all about the pyrotechnics today, wasn't it? All about the special effects. See, the other half of the squadron is up high for some reason. Is that Ishak's? Yeah, it is. It's our Ishak X squad. They finally caught up with us. What were you guys up to? You guys chasing Ju-88s or something? I see you've rejoined us. Anyway, folks, I'll see you back at base. Alright, boys and girls, we're nearly home. You've all kept a magnificent formation with me, but it's time for everybody to land, so return to base, everybody. Off they go. I'm going to make straight in on this runway here. Go ahead and idle the throttle. Propeller pitch back to maximum. I usually forget to do that actually when landing. Put the prop pitch back to full fine. Sort of a dangerous thing to forget, really. In theory, anyway. Gear down. Oh, look at them all. Magnificent. We can put you in a propaganda film with flying like that. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Another mission where everybody comes back alive. I like those. They're going to give us a little flyover as we land. Alright, we actually need to dump some speed here. Start deploying the flaps. Leaving this a little bit late, admittedly, but all whatever. Flare it. And we're down. Oh, it's a bit disorientating when you get to the point where the runways intersect, isn't it? It's hard to tell where the edges of the runway even are. This is why runways have markings on them in real life. Let's go ahead and taxi straight off here, while the rest of the squadron gives us a little fly past overhead there. I've been awfully tempted lately to do a mission where we take the entire squadron out, every single last one of them, in the kind of way that they probably would in real life. Because in real life the air battles were much bigger than they are in this game. I mean, let's face it, this game is severely limited in terms of CPU bottleneck, in terms of how many planes it can put in the air. Because the way they simulate the AI in this game is really awesome. It's very, very complex. You know, the AI is subject to the exact same flight model that you are, you know, which is why you get, when you watch them land, they bounce and they move around and stuff and occasionally botch their landings in exactly the same way the player does. And it also helps to make a lot of encounters very unique, you know, especially when damage starts to get involved in terms of the way enemy aircraft fly once they've been damaged, all that good stuff. It's really nice. I do like it. It makes for a very interesting experience just flying against AI in single player. Whereas in previous flight sims like Cliffs of Dover, for example, you pretty much just had to give up on single player because the AI was just too stupid. The downside of it all, though, is that you can't have nearly as many planes in the game at once without hitting the CPU bottleneck as we kind of did today, which is a bit of a shame. I always kind of hope, I'd like to think there's a middle ground there somewhere. I mean, a lot of the older flight sims like Strike Fighters 2 and IL-2 1946 were able to get away with loads of planes in the game, but they had AI with very, very simplified flight models and damage models to make up for it. So, yeah. Suffice to say, in reality, the air battles were much, much bigger, and you'd often take out the entire squadron at once. Which we could do. We could do in this campaign if we wanted to. But it would have performance impact. Let's just put it that way. All right, I'm not going to stick around and watch the landings. I'm afraid it'll take ages. Any damage on us from the triple? There wasn't a lot of AAA, was there? I was expecting the countryside to be crawling with the stuff. I saw a few puffs of flak 88. You know, shots exploding here and there, but that was pretty much it. I'm sure there was some AAA down there, but I think we absolutely obliterated it with that first round of bombs. So, yeah. I think virtually the entire squadron probably dropped their bombs on that one target, to be honest, because everybody dropped them, and it was a very big explosion. There were several big explosions actually. So, anyway, perhaps we'll find out what they did with their bombs in the debriefing. All right then. So, continue with the claims. I have claimed. Okay, I'm going to just take a wild stab in the dark here and say, based on his paint job, maybe it was an F2. It had one of those earlier Luftwaffe paint jobs on it without all the stippling and craziness on it. It was just the sort of basic sort of green-greyish camouflage with the light grey on the side. So maybe it was an F2, therefore, the earlier version of the... I don't know. Submit report. I don't know. Maximum information, start debrief, let's go. Ground combat, lots and lots of ground combat. Lots and lots of ground combat. Lots of ground combat. American detachment. Okay, that's a weird, interesting bug or something. Okay, yeah, there was a ton of ground combat in this one as well, which probably didn't help with the old performance. How else was destroyed by a tank? Oh, there were some T-34s down there. Oh, yeah, the Russians were out and about. The Red Army, I should say, was going on the offensive with their tanks today, apparently. Nice. Yeah, absolute ton of ground combat. Destroyed by infantry. Yeah, there was a lot going on in this mission, and yeah, we destroyed an awful lot of trucks and things. Jolly good. Anyone get any kills that weren't ground targets? Peshka was brought down by an anti-aircraft gun. 109 F4 was brought down by an anti-aircraft gun. Theodor Furstenberg was damaged by us. And it was an F2, yes, I guessed correctly. Theodor Furstenberg was killed in action, apparently. Another Peshka was brought down by an anti-aircraft gun. I see. Oh, and the I-16's crashed. Yeah, that was the thing. I noticed about halfway back to our base, the I-16s ran out of fuel. I don't think the mission generator gave them enough fuel to get the mission done. And they actually ran out of fuel halfway back, and all the pilots had to bail out, which was amusing. One was lightly wounded, looks like. Another one was made a prisoner of war. Obviously, must have had to bail out on the wrong side of the lines. Yeah, that happened. That was a bit silly. Debrief complete. Looks like all of the kills were ours today, which is nice on the one hand. On the other hand, I would have preferred to see some of the other guys get some kills, but never mind. I didn't want to mess around with that 109. You know, you do something silly like, no, okay, I'm just going to play with my food and let the other guys take their shots at him, and then as soon as you do that, you can virtually guarantee he either turns around and shoots you in the face, or he turns around and he shoots someone else in the face, and before you know it, he's picked off 2 or 3 of your guys, while you've been sitting on your hands waiting for someone else to shoot him down. So, yeah. No. If it had been bombers, then yeah, sure, let everyone have a go, but not with the 109. Not even one. Not even a single 109 outnumbered 6-1. No, don't give them the time of day, honestly. Okay, ooh, we have newbies! At long last, it feels like it's been forever. We have Arkady Shishlov and Denis Kasharin. We have 2 Denises now, I think. Denis Kasharin, there we go, yes. Jolly good. Welcome aboard, guys. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Where are they? It's Denis Ivanov, he's our existing Denis. Denis Kasharin, he's the new Denis. Surly looking fellow, isn't he? Denis, and the other guy was an Arkady, wasn't he? Lieutenant Arkady Shishlov. Another fairly surly looking fellow. Jolly good. Welcome aboard, guys. Yaroslav is still injured, I'm afraid. Should we have a look at the intel map just before we go? See if anything's changed? Doesn't seem like it. I guess that tank offensive over here didn't make an awful lot of progress, huh? But then again, it might not change until I generate a new mission, actually. I'm not really sure. It does feel like, to me, the Red Army is making some gains over here. That's my general sort of impression. I think they were pushed back to like round here a while ago. I think they are pushing back now. Certainly what it feels like, anyway. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, do you know what? I think there's definitely been a push here. Over on the western side. This definitely feels like it's further down than it was before. But then again, maybe not. My memory is crappy like that. But the Red Army's almost pushed all the way back to Rzhev, it looks like. Over on the west side here. You know, they're getting awfully close to being able to encircle a pocket of Germans here at Kalinin. And cut them off completely. It's probably what they're trying to do, honestly. Well, good luck to them is all I have to say. I might try and do the same here at Klein as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, finished. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Battle of Moscow. I hope you'll tune in for the next one. Much appreciated. Catch you next time.